So, Des, I believe that you at Landlords Defence worked on a property in Newark and Sherwood recently. Tell us about that.
Yes, very, very interesting. Worked with a client who initially came to me because they were going to do rent-to-rent with serviced accommodation. And through their network, they'd been approached by the owner of the property, who was currently renting it out on a normal single residence tenancy agreement. So we worked first to get the correct letting agreement in place that complied with the owner's mortgage and insurance requirements. The next thing that we needed to do was then get that signed, and then we advised on some of the works they should do to the property to make it secure and safe for the occupants who would be coming on short-term rentals. And some of those people were coming from various platforms who would only see pictures. They wouldn't understand the property. So we need to make sure it was safe from fire regulations point of view and also from a decoration point of view as well. So taking that forward, after the activity that went on at the house, which was a few people coming and going, we had to work with the landlord who had some accusations, and I will call them accusations from the local council, Newark and Sherwood. One, firstly, was about the change of use from what they called it, a boarding house, to a boarding house from a residential property, which it's not.
Right.
It's still being used as a residential property. They questioned that it should change and she should apply for planning permission. So we went through and completed their inquiry forms and are working with them to make sure that it doesn't need a change of use because it is still being used primarily as a residential property. Furthermore, the neighbours who appeared to have decided that they don't want this property being rented in the way it is, but they did this on the previous tenancy that occurred as well, they've decided there's excessive noise. So we've dealt with the environmental health and worked regarding response to those allegations, and we've put in monitoring systems in order to be able to defend the landlord should this persist with these allegations being made spuriously via neighbours. And then finally, you'd think there was nothing more that could happen. Somewhere along the line, the Building Regulations Department of the local council has requested to understand exactly what changes have been done that do not comply with building regulations. And the last time we were checking, we've been through the scope of works, there is no breach because painting and decorating definitely is not.
It's not.
And definitely not. Broken glass in windows, replacing it definitely is not. So as you can see, sometimes neighbours will make allegations. Secondly, councils will follow them up without doing any checking. And thirdly, some of the things they say are what is legally referred to as a nonsense. So remember that word, a nonsense. And sometimes when you receive anything from a council, get in touch, let us know, and we will be able to tell you how to defend yourself against something that really are probably best described as ridiculous claims.
Thank you, Des.